Hey, where to go? Hey, Drew. Hey, Phones. Hey, Shaded. Hey, Chartry. Okay. Hey, Gander. Alright. So I made a thing that lets me see Discord chat and YouTube chat and hear YouTube chat, and most importantly on my screen. Again, very heavy. Cut is mostly healed. We will get to that. So I made a thing here that lets me see chat. But some of the usernames don't line up with what Discord shows as the username. So I'm like, is this correct? So I gotta change a few things with that on my server back end. But otherwise it works. Something I made actually works. Incredible. So yeah, I was planning on doing Chrono Trigger Part 2 a while ago, but the day that I was going to do it, I was making dinner, and I was cutting some bread for dinner, because that's one of the few things that I actually eat at night now. I was putting the knife back into the sheath, so I was holding the sheath like this in my left hand, putting the knife in. I missed the sheath and went right there across my thumb. So I had this big gash right along there. And that was a bad time. Speaking of, my tablet just went to sleep for some reason. So I just couldn't really do anything with my thumb for quite a while that was while that was healing. And finally today it's good enough that I'm actually able to use that thumb. I got out the arcade stick because I thought, like, oh, maybe I could just do Chrono Trigger with the arcade stick, and I tried it out for a few minutes and nah, wasn't working. Hey, tutorial. Hey, Hermes over in YouTube. Somebody's in YouTube chat, and my YouTube chat is showing up on my thing here. My code is working. Let's go. So yeah, and then I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I could do a text adventure, like Zork 2 or something. And I made a lot of really cool stuff for that, but I wasn't really feeling like playing those right now. And I also didn't want to do something like Starfield, because I want to give that one at least another month until more people play it for themselves, rather than like having to experience it through my poor gameplay. So I just worked on other stuff between now and then. Yeah, the wizardry thing is pretty crazy. That's like, I'm trying to think of something else that's done something older than that, as far as like the new game or new graphics with old game running in the background. And it's kind of in the same way that like the Halo remaster worked. Crazy how that is. Hey, Shentok. So yeah, between now or last time and now, last time I ran the stream through my main PC over there. Not doing that anymore. I bought this thing. I wanted a production laptop for quite a while. This will replace this OLED Gigabyte model that I had before. This has a sorry, we're getting double audio. Sorry about that. This has a 32-thread CPU in it and a RTX 4070 GPU in it. I got it for under $2,000. 16-inch OLED, and it's currently running all of this madness is being run through this laptop. Laptop has touchscreen. It's also got pen support and pen support on the touchpad. And then this is also connected through the USB-C with touch and pen support. So I got a pretty good mobile setup now. Made some more changes to my loop deck stuff here so that this stuff Sorry. What was I saying? So now with the new setup, even though I'm not planning on streaming anywhere near as much as I was before, I can go from, hey, I want to do a stream, to 2 minutes later, I can have everything up and running and be streaming within 2 minutes, which I was absolutely not able to do with any of my other stuff that I've had before. So this will certainly streamline a lot of things as far as like spur of the moment streaming goes. Well, I can't really say that it's simplicity either, or basic. Like there's a script that I run to launch everything for streaming, and there are 32 things that it has to launch just on this machine. And then I still have my servers going. I have a full AI backend doing AI stuff related to the stream running in the background on this other server over here. So it's I also changed all of this. This used to be running on everything you see here used to be running on its own standalone app. I made this into an HTML based thing now. So this actually scales with whatever resolution I'm streaming at now. If I want to stream in 4K, this will look really good in 4K now. And it's also one less thing that has to run directly on this laptop. Hey, Chops. So I don't know. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to be streaming, it would be as painless and quick and easy to set up as possible. And it's also all in this mobile cart thing that I could just roll off to the side if I need to. And then of course I bought the laptop not even for streaming, it's for production stuff. But it just so happens to be strong enough that it can run all of this crazy stream stuff as well as do any production things too. So that's why I got it. So hopefully y'all are doing good. I haven't really been doing any gaming since I did Chrono Trigger, whenever that was, like 2+ weeks ago. Because as I mentioned before, I accidentally cut my thumb open, my left thumb, when I was cooking dinner a couple weeks ago. I was putting a knife away and I missed the sheath on the knife and went right like that on my thumb. So that took a while to heal, and it was a serrated bread knife blade, so it really cut the shit out of the thumb. So it's a bad time. It's a bad time. Got into DDR again? Nice. Nice. I got this crazy flight sim and racing sim setup that now that I have it all put together, I've used it like once since I put it together. Oh, speaking of that, the VR headset. They finally released the new firmware to people who aren't like billion subscriber tech influencers on YouTube. And it actually did fix most of the issues that I was having with the headset. All the really janky stuff with the headset, like the battery running down, it literally has a battery inside of it, which is very unusual for a PC VR headsets. Like back here, there's a battery. And even if you're playing it wired, tethered to a PC, like playing Flight Sim or something, it would drain the battery. Or that's how it used to work. So even though you're plugged into a gaming PC and literally plugged into the wall with wall power, you could only use it for about 2 hours at a time, which is not great. That's not ideal for a nearly $2,000 VR headset. But luckily, the new update that they put out, they changed the power logic in the code of the firmware, and it actually does hold the charge now. You don't have to take out the batteries and charge them anymore, which is great that it does that. And then it also enabled eye tracking. There's eye tracking built in around the lenses. PSVR 2 has something similar, and so does the Oculus Pro. PSVR 2, I could only get the eye tracking to work if I took my glasses off, but if I did that, I couldn't see. So I pretty much couldn't use the eye tracking in PSVR 2 unless I use contacts, and I wasn't about to do that. I'm not about that life. But on this headset, it just works with glasses, so I'll take it. And so yeah, looking forward to actually doing more VR stuff with it. The upside of the eye tracking is that there's a feature for the headset where it will make everything that you're looking at super sharp in the game, like full resolution, and everything just outside of your field of view, it puts it down to like a tenth of what the resolution would be, so you get free FPS essentially. It doesn't work very well if you're like streaming it though, because your viewers will see like two circular areas of the game feed that look super sharp, and then everything else is just a blurry mess. So not great for streaming, but for everything else, great. For everything else, great. So I think that's pretty much everything that we're up to here. I'm just making double sure that nothing crashed or broke, because this is a new setup. I think it all looks good though. Like if I do this, that looks fine. I made a semi-transparent one for this. So I was working on I wanted to do Zork 2, the text adventure, in the near future, so I was doing a little bit of work on stuff for that yesterday. I made it so that there is pretty good text-to-speech for it now. I made it skippable, and I made it so that there is now a layout that shows the feed from the text game, and then also shows my notes on the same screen, to make that a bit more palatable and watchable, I suppose. Because I know those text adventures can be a little dry, you know? Alright. But I think that is all of that. Let's hop into the game here. Alright. Yeah, Zork 1 was a time. A lot of it was not a good time, but a time was had. And also, I'm not going to be jumping directly into Zork 2. I'm actually going to be doing an even older game than Zork. I'm going to be doing Colossal Cave Adventure, which is like one of the first computer games. It's a precursor to all of that. And since Zork 1 had references directly to Colossal Cave Adventure, I figured I should probably play Colossal Cave Adventure. So that'll likely be the next one of those that I do. Okay, so let me mute that, hop into this here, get this booted, and start this. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. I am not hearing game audio. I think you guys can hear it, but I can't. Oh, I had it muted, that's why. Okay. Excellent. I love having all of my stream controls actually within reach now, and not having to do this weird virtual machine stuff. Okay, so Chrono Trigger. Where we last left off was an hour and 42 into the game at the trial. So the beginning of this game, kind of crazy. But we travel back in time. Some synthesizers brought this stuff for you, you lousy felon. We travel back in time. One of our companions turned out to be the princess of the kingdom. 2 days until the execution. Yeah, that's actually what I'm drinking right now. Is the Crystal Light green tea stuff. It's very good. So we were acquitted in the trial of kidnapping the queen, but the chancellor still pulled some strings so that we would still be executed for our crime of talking to the princess, I guess. So we are currently in jail, awaiting our execution. Okay. Also, we're Chrono. That's us. Chrono and Center. And finally, the day arrived. We're here to take you to your place of execution. Come along. Yep, that's Mr. Trigger. I think a lot of these audio clips are from Final Fantasy VI. We've sharpened up the guillotine. Any last words? Chrono can't talk. Alright, there's our friend Luca. Chrono, I've come to save you. Who the heck are you? Get out of my way. Take 5, you mugs. Alright, she can just one-shot him. So what do you think of my Zonker 38? Pretty cool, huh? Let's blow this joint. Alright. He passed out. He passed out. Bronze mail. Okay. I know, right? Luca automatically best girl. Okay, bronze mail it is. Okay. Alright, rip this guy. Oh, dang. Mid-tonic. Help me! Save him? No. Alright, sure. I don't know this guy. I'm sure he did nothing wrong. You're a lifesaver. I'm Fritz. My dad runs a store in Truce Village. Stop by if you're in the area. Alright. Sounds like we get free stuff. He passed out. Mid-tonic. Okay. Alright, surely they put these in here for a reason. I remember there being a speedrunning trick for getting past these guys, and it's like you have to be on a very specific like X coordinate here. But we'll see what's over here first. I'm pretty sure you have to go up though. A spooky skeleton. Oh, also, in case you missed part 1, this isn't quite a blind playthrough. I played through like 80% of this game before, but I've never beaten it myself though. I have seen a bunch of speedruns of it though. Okay, so if you go between them like this, you don't have to fight these guys. And I'd rather not if I don't need to. can I? Oh, you can go up. Okay. Can I go down from here? Okay. Shelter. Okay, sure. Geez. Load sword. That seems worth. Yeah, that's pretty worth. Sweet. Okay. I guess I gotta go back up now. Alright, well. I can see why the speedrun doesn't go this way. Oh, also, I saw that Nintendo recently released F-Zero 99, and I think like 8 months ago or something, I streamed most of Mario Kart 1 on Super Nintendo, and I mentioned during that what I want Nintendo to do is to just take regular-ass Super Nintendo Super Mario and give it modern netcode, and just be able to have 8 players playing the Super Nintendo one with that. And then that's pretty much what they did with F-Zero 99, and I think that's awesome that they actually did that. I'm a little bummed that I can't play that because I only have one Switch and it is very hacked, so I pretty much can't play Switch Online stuff. And I don't really want to go out and buy another Switch just for that. Especially with the a top secret document has been left behind the floor. Care to read it? Wait, hold on. Top secret document has been left behind the floor. Sure. Care to read it? Sure. To the prison supervisor, Dragon Tank Owner's Manual. The tank head repairs body damage. It contains a shield that prevents damage by lightning and fire. Unless the head can be defeated, the tank is unbeatable. This is Guardia R&D. Okay, sure. I haven't played any of the F-Zeros besides the first one. I played original F-Zero when it came out on Super Nintendo, and then I've only played a handful of N64 games ever. What was that? And I never really got into the GameCube one. I didn't even know the GameCube one existed until not that long ago. So I'll have to give those a try at some point. Alright, so this must be the Dragon Tank. Forward, Dragon Tank, crush those rebels! Alright, so the head... Energy is stored in the balls, apparently. Okay, so that's the heal. So it looks like I want to do... What is that healing for? Okay, so it's out healing any of the damage, so you need to take out the head ASAP. Hey, Ann. Good to see ya. No, I never played in the arcade. By the time the GameCube stuff was out, like, arcades didn't really exist. Like, my time in arcades kind of ended in 2002, I guess, and it was cheap arcades anyways, with older stuff, because I like the older stuff. So, never really got to experience the arcade F-Zero. Six, that's nothing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we heal him this turn. Probably just use Nico for healing at this point. Okay, got him. They got the dragon tank, fix it quickly! Turn up the game audio on my end. Oh, that's why I had it turned down a lot. Ada. Don't fool yourselves into thinking you got away with this. Yeah, the streaming. Like, I'm not gonna be streaming multiple times a week anymore. It's more like... Well, to put it in perspective, the last time I streamed part 1 of this was like 2 weeks ago. The only reason why I didn't do a stream between now and then is because I accidentally cut my thumb open with a bread knife the day that I was gonna stream part 2 of this. But streaming is definitely absolutely not a priority anymore, and only a once-in-a-while thing. They're escaping! We have no choice but to break through. But you know, I enjoy this stuff too much to stop completely, you know? But it's more of a every once-in-a-while thing now. Princess Nadia. Well, the biggest problem before of me streaming in the last like 5 months or so was my my workout regimen was too crazy. Workout and diet regimen was too crazy to even think about streaming. This is my friend. Show him your respect. But can't you take orders? Of course. Hold it right there. Because like I was on a 1,200 calorie diet and working out multiple hours a day from like mid-March until still that still continues. Do as King Guardia 33 says. And most days I was too exhausted to even think, much less play a game and try to talk about it while streaming, you know? So, silence, Princess Nadia. The throne comes before your personal wishes. What? Just because I have a title doesn't mean I'm not a person. You pick up strange ideas venturing outside. I didn't pick up anything. It's called common sense. Princess Nadia. I despise you. I'm leaving. Well, if I was cast, I still wouldn't be able to do anything right now because of the ongoing strikes. Princess Nadia. Yes, it's 302. Coming soon to theaters. Don't just stand there after them. Princess Nadia. Hey, Althar. Hey, Zach. There they are, don't lose them! I think it's a dead end off to the right. There's no escape! Silence! Yeah, Zork 2. Well, before I do Zork 2, I'm going to be doing Colossal Cave Adventure. Looks like a dead end. Because like I mentioned before, you can just... Alright, well, check this out. I can go like this. Look at that. I can drop that game audio way down with the turn of a knob here. So I will do that. Thank you for telling me. It's very easy for me to do now. Come on. But we don't know where it'll take us. Who cares? This place stinks anyways. Princess Nadia. This is completely irrational. Hurry, Chrono. Excellent. Princess, move away from that hoodlum. There's no escape. Seal of the mysterious energy. Oh, it doesn't play the song. But yeah, yesterday I built a text-to-speech system and a custom engine. They disappeared. Custom engine that uses that text-to-speech for the text adventures like Zork and Colossal Cave Adventure and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So whenever I do eventually do those, it should be a much better presentation. Eek! Youch. There's no way the Chancellor can reach us here. But where are we? The civilization here seems so advanced. Like we're in another world. Alright. Strange crest is engraved here. It's sealed by some kind of power. Okay, so just like those chests that we saw earlier. Well then. Question mark. Alright. Probably a good idea to save here. Beyond the ruins in future. Got any cash? Sure. Call this money? Oh well, I have some good stuff. Okay. Auto gun. The problem with stuff like this, especially early game in RPGs, is I could buy this from this guy right here, or I could pick up this exact same item from a chest in like 2 minutes. And you just kind of don't know. But I'll roll the dice and buy it. Okay, so we want to give Marley the iron suits and iron helm. Mid-tonic. So the increase in cost between the tonic and the mid-tonic is, it's a 10x increase, but it's a 4x HP recovery increase. So it makes way more sense to get regular tonics, especially out of battle. So let's do that. Status effects haven't really been an issue so far, so let's just have 10 of those. Let's get one more revive just to be safe. Okay. Save money, it'll do you good, that's my motto. Says the guy trying to sell us stuff. Okay. Better weapon. Okay. I think that's fine for now. We'll find some food at Eris Dome to the northeast, but only if you get past Lab 16. The beasts there don't react to weapons like guns or swords. So I gotta use magic, it sounds like. Truce Dome, never heard of it. This is Trandome. Kingdom, what are you talking about? If you're looking for food, you lose. This is an Enertron. You get a full night's sleep in a few seconds, but it still leaves you hungry. Will you rest? Sure. You're still hungry. Yes. Okay, another door I can't open. Alright. Oh, and in case anyone's curious, I have not played Starfield yet. I have it. It's installed on my main gaming machine. But I have not played it at all. The most that I've seen of it is some video reviews on the day that reviews dropped. That mostly seem to suggest that it's a Bethesda RPG. So I'm not in a huge rush to play it. I don't know if... So the guy said the monsters don't react to weapons. I don't know if he meant monsters... Okay, well they definitely take damage, so... Because he was saying something about Lab 16, I want to say. So maybe it's only in Lab 16 where you can't use physical attacks. You hoping they do something different? Yeah. Oh my god, is that what I already have one of those? Dang it. Well, like Bethesda's stuff where they have done... Oh, jeez. Bethesda typically doesn't do stuff other than their RPGs, though. Or at least they haven't in a long time. Like, Terminator, they made the Terminator games. I think they made a football game at one point, an NFL football game. And then pretty much the rest, I think, has been Elder Scrolls and Fallout. And I guess Redguard maybe counts as something different. Yeah, and hearing right at launch, like not being able to change your FOV, like the really simple stuff, not being in the game, just, I don't know, it feels like they're still really out of touch about what gamers actually want in games now. Like they're still designing it as a PC game from the 90s, which sure that has its positives for sure. But stuff like that just really gives me pause of like hardcore keybinds, yeah. And like there was VR versions of Skyrim and Fallout 4 that were released, and those are complete messes. Enjoying it more than Fallout 4. Okay, well. Made him buy the books, yeah. Like, probably the thing that disappointed me the most to see was that the space combat, that there's not much to it. and then making a big deal about the X-Wing style power, moving around power, gave me hope. Oh, okay, this probably needs fire. Aura is probably a heal spell. Oh, there's very little space combat? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, because I was really I was looking forward to being able to utilize my cool throttle. my cool throttle and joystick. But apparently it doesn't have support for joysticks at all, other than like a gamepad joystick. So it's like, all right. I guess it makes sense that they designed it for console players, but still, stuff like that's disappointing. And I know there's always going to be the possibility for modders to add in stuff like that too, but I don't know. It feels like a missed opportunity. So if I can't get multiple with this, then I'll wait for them to. There we go. Do this. I could use the Hodas to play Chrono Trigger. I could. I won't, but I could. I could also play it with my my racing wheel too. It's kind of funny when I plug in the HOTAS into the computer and it shows me the like keybind dialogues for it. It says just the throttle has like 111 keybinds on it. And it's a little overkill, especially for what I use it for civilian flight stuff. Firewall, okay, should get all of them. Yeah, I have Elite Dangerous, and like if I ever wanted to play X55, I upgraded from an X56 is what I used before, and the X56 was just driving me crazy because the stick for it was sticking, haha. And the throttle for it, something was broken on it, so that every 10 seconds or so, it would just randomly press every single button on the throttle, despite me not pressing any buttons myself. And that's not good, because like I'd be flying in Flight Simulator, and then all of a sudden my gear would be down, and I did not touch the gear selector on it. So I was like, okay, if I'm making this crazy racing chair setup, I might as well just get a good HOTAS while I'm at it. So I spent the kind of a lot of money on the HOTAS setup that I barely use. Oh yeah, Zach, sorry, I still haven't shipped that controller to you yet. It's sitting in a box in my bedroom, ready to go. Just one of these days I will ship it out. I'm debating whether or not to send it UPS or USPS, because it's gonna be a lot either way. But the real problem was I didn't have packing material until very recently to properly pack it. So, who are you? Old man, you there? Where are you from? We came from the laboratories to the west. What? Hey, we got people across the ruins! Say again? You're joking. So there are people who can beat up those freaky mutants. Daddy's gonna bring us some food. My husband went down to the food storage area below. I haven't seen him since... Did you really come from the dome to the west? Yes. I see. Not that I really care. Alright, good talk. Pardon me, I'm Doan. I'm the descendant of the director of this info center. In the basement, there's a huge computer and a storage center for food. But we can't get through because of the robot guards. It's a pity. Up in flames. There's an old factory site called Proto Dome to the east. Can't get near it because there's a bunch of lunatic robots in the area. You can reach the continent to the south through the sewer access, but stay off Death Peak. One set of quotation marks. There's an old man living in the dome near Death Peak. 2 quotation marks. Talk about crackpots. But you're still hungry. The door at the crest, dynamite won't budge it. Where did they get dynamite? Where can I get some? Have any money? Sure. You sure this is money? Oh well, I have to light my inventory anyways. Autogun, iron suits. Let's upgrade the helm for those 2. Yeah. I don't know what I'm saving my money for, but surely there'll be something cool that I can buy later. Alright, so I think there's this down here. Are you going down below? Of course, but no one's ever returned from there. Gotta try, right? It's nice to see such spirited young people for a change. Careful now and come back alive. Alright. This console controls the passageway. We need a password to get through. Controls, password, okay. So this one's got a shiny spot on it, but they both say the same thing. Okay. Yeah, well that's how you do in JRPGs. And this is just straight up the opera scene from FF6. Let's make sure we're healed up here for what's probably a fight. Oh. Okay. Attack by moving object, okay. Hey, Lee. So these things counterattack. Okay. Okay, so it only counterattacks melee, it looks like? Sure. I like that there's more to the battle mechanics in this than just spamming the auto attack like you would in a Final Fantasy. Like, positioning matters. Reminds me a little bit of Grandia. Executing program. Chrono, what's going on? Marley, let's go. So this looks like a boss. Alright, Guardians and Bits. Probably want to take out the Bits first. because those will probably heal or do some sort of status thing for the main boss. Okay. Amplifier, okay. Yeah, soundtrack for this is a banger. Timeless bangers in this one. Always appreciate a good synth bass. Okay, so it's doing a countdown. 82. I have a feeling fire is not going to do a whole lot here, but yeah, okay. As I figured. He literally... Interesting. Well, it shows. So this is either going to be a big attack or restoring. Yep. Yep. I still haven't played Live Alive yet. There's still a lot of games I would like to play at some point. Like, I was looking today at prices, used prices for Final Fantasy 16, because gotta play that at some point. I just didn't want to pay $80 for it, because the demo didn't exactly impress me enough to buy it immediately. So I figured I'd just pick it up used at some point in the future. And used prices for it right now are still about $45 for it, which is, yeah, that's still probably too much than I'm realistically willing to pay for it. So I'll give FF16 some more time. Yeah, Rebirth. Can't wait for that. That's, of course I'm gonna get all the Final Fantasy VII Remake games. Breakdown. Okay. That's, the mobile Final Fantasy VII thing came out a couple days ago, I want to say. I haven't checked it out yet, though. I don't know if it's any good. Chrono Link Slash. Okay. So Chrono got a new tech, it looks like. Slash attack. 2 MP. Yeah, Ever Crisis. Like, has anyone tried that? Is that any good? Battle passes? Well, yeah, I'm pretty okay with free games with battle passes as long as there's still something you can do. Phew, something reeks. Everything's completely rotten. The refrigeration must have failed. Chrono, look. Passed away long ago, it seems. He's holding something. What do you suppose this is? Looks like some kind of seed. A seed? Do you suppose it could grow in a place like this? Following is written on a soiled sheet of paper. The rat is more than just a statue. It knows the secret of this dome. Catch it. Okay. You filthy rats. Oh, I just hate rats. Still the best line in any video game. Yeah, like I'll check out there it is. Shh, might run away. Dash with the B button, catch him with the A button. Okay. Like, I love FF7 enough to not pass on new FF7 content in whatever form it takes. Okay, so it looks like I need to do a better job of catching Rat. Got it! Squeak, I give up! I'll tell you everything, Squeak! Press and hold the L and R buttons and then press the A button to access a secret passage, Squeak. Don't make any mistakes or you'll be sorry! Okay. Will do. But yeah, seeing the trailer for FF7 Rebirth, it is very weird seeing the chocobo, the black chocobo, just go up straight up a sheer cliff. That's a little goofy. Huh. There's friendly fire in this. Interesting. That thing can attack itself. Mid-ether. Writing flying blue ones? Blue was... Well, of course red has got to be able to write them too. Didn't have that gear roll. Nice. Yeah, I think the first time I played this too was on SNES back in the day. And I think this was one of those games that like older computers at the time had trouble running. Like this and Super Mario RPG would run at a kind of a slow frame rate. So they pushed the computers a little too hard. You could do N64 just fine, but some Super Nintendo games you couldn't emulate. Yeah, SNES was great. It had the weird disembodied hand icon for the mouse icon. I think that was SNES. So this is the info center. Good, the computer's still operational. If we run a search on time warps, we might find our gate. I'm actually curious about the PS1 version of this, about a part later on in the game, which we will get to. But there's some specific passwords to operate things in the game that I'm not sure would translate directly between the two versions. Here, got it. That I know, like the DS version, it would translate perfectly, but the PlayStation version, I'm not sure how they handled that. East of Airstone. Where we're supposed to go, I guess. It was funky on PS1? Nice. That would be Protodome, I believe. Leave it at Luca. I'm beginning to think you could find anything with this device. Say, what does this button do? 1999 AD. Visual record at the Day of Lavos. This seems bad. Yeah, sick anime cutscenes. Well, the DS version had those as well. Because I played through 80% of this on SNES and 80% of it on DS. What is that? Lavos, is that what's destroying our world? We must truly be in the future. No, no way, I refuse to believe it. This can't be the way the world ends. Well, the world hasn't ended. They're still there. Everything just sucks, though. Chrono. It's only one thing we can do. We must change history, just like Chrono did when he saved me. Okay, Luca? Okay, Chrono. Oh, they just tell you a button code? That's lame. I guess so. It was a stroke of luck that we were sent here through that gate. Let's go. No. Okay. Chrono, Luca, together we can do this. Let's take a second and do some more research on Lavos activities back in our time period. Next stop, Protodome. Yeah, there's a very specific point in this game where I get to it and I'm like, nah, I don't really want to do this. And it's let's say it's the long dungeon in the end of the game, or in the near the end of the game. Long time traveling dungeon, let's put it that way. That one, I get to it and I'm like, nah, no thanks. Okay, so I did the secret code there of holding the shoulders and pressing A, and it opened up that, but I can't get through that door, so rip. Okay. Yeah, and then like the recent Switch and PC release of this also came with the Radical Dreamers, which I think is a VN, I want to say. Which I've also never played. So I don't know what that one's all about. Okay. You're back. Here, have this seed that we got. Well, what did you discover? This is our future. Aw. Who cares? Where's the food? This is all we could get. Seeds. You don't know how long the Enertron will hold out. These seeds might be our only hope. You have to stay alive, and so do we. Huh. You're strange. You're different from us. I think it's because we're healthy. Dang. Got him. Healthy got a nice ring to it. We'll try growing the seeds. These, what are those? They just might be our future. They're gonna entrust these seeds to these idiots? Oh man. Heading for Protodome. Go by way of Laboratory 32 and take this with ya. One byte key. It's a key to the jet bike in Lab 32. I used to ride it when I was young. Hope it still works. They got more powerful robots over there. Take care and stay healthy. Alright, out of the way. Let me use the free heal here. Okay, so we're heading northeast. Yeah. So we got something here. Sewer access. Well, I assume it's like Fallout's world of the bombs dropped in around 2000, I think, in Fallout world, but like literally nothing happened for hundreds of years. All right, we're back to the jams. Okay, that must be the jet bike. Hold it right there. Robots. Hey, it's the man. Like, thanks for the intro, babe. The man. You lowlifes can call me Johnny. Now listen up. Part of an old highway leads through these ruins. Think you can beat me in a bike race? Use that jet bike and don't chicken out, babe. Do you know how to ride? No. Alright, listen up. The gas is on auto, so there's only one speed. Fast. Use the control pad to steer. Press the B button for a turbo boost. I'll give you 3 of them, but it takes a moment to recharge between boosts. So that's pretty much F-Zero. Check your position at the bottom of the screen. Now show me what you got, babe. So does Johnny have a pompadour? Or is that a... Is that like tire tread on his head? Or is it a mohawk? Not quite sure. Maybe we'll get a better look at it in the next part here. And some pointers? No. Like, you can't get a straight up and down one. Hey, so. A horse mate, yeah. Alright. So if I remember correctly, the strat is to just stay in front as best you can. Got him. Alright. Bootleg F-Zero complete. Alright. You beat me. I don't get it. You can challenge me anytime. We'll ride the wind, babe. Yeah, like I was saying before, Nintendo pretty much made exactly what I wanted. I wanted Mario Kart Super Nintendo, but with proper modern netcode and all the players being human players on it. And they made it for F-Zero instead, which is still great. Factory. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to go, where the computer told us to go. Protodome. I wanted them to group up a little bit more, though. Is there a Mario Kart 35? I thought they made Tetris 99, Super Mario 35, and now F-Zero 99, right? And then, of course, they take them offline after like a month. Because why would they leave a good game available all the time on their paid subscription service thing? Oh yeah, Pac-Man 2. Like, it's so weird. It's like they're trying to recreate the scarcity of that the BS service on Super Nintendo. The weird weird timed exclusive satellite thing. Yep. Like bullshit Zelda. Oh yeah, and I saw that it popped up in my Google feed today of apparently the specs of the Switch 2 have been leaked, and it's about as powerful as a Xbox Series S, which, yeah, okay, not bad. What's this? So it should be a pretty capable machine whenever they release it. It's in bad shape, but it appears to be a humanoid robot. Incredible. I think I can fix it. What? It might attack us. Surely not. I'll make sure it won't. Machines aren't capable of evil. Humans make them that way. Luca, you pitied them, don't you? Yeah, didn't the new Mortal Kombat come out this week, I want to say? Let me get to work now, okay? Door won't budge. Like, I'll get Mortal Kombat 1 at some point in the future, whenever it's super cheap. Right, that does it. Because I'm mostly just interested in the single player for it. I'm gonna give it some juice. And apparently the single player is really good for the new Mortal Kombat. But as far as the other fighting games, like, the only one I really care about is still Tekken. And Tekken 8 is out in February, I think. So, looking forward to that one. Good morning. Good morning, mistress. What is your command? I'm not your mistress, I'm Marley. And this is Chrono. And Luca here, fixed you. Understood, Madame Luca fixed me. Just Luca will do. Impossible, that would be rude. Look, I hate formal titles, don't you, Marley? Hate them. I understand, Luca. Alright, now what's your name? Name? My serial number. It's R66-Y. R66-Y, cool. No, that won't do it all. Come on, Chrono, let's give him a better name. R66-Y. R66-Y, that's perfect. Your new name is R66-Y, okay? I am R66-Y, data storage complete. Hey R66-Y, why aren't you... Are there any people here? This character is supposed to be named Robo, by the way. What's happened here? So I'm gonna call him Robo from here on out. There were many humans, but others of my kind in this dome. I think something awful happened here. It would appear so. But how is it that you survived? We came through a time warp from the year 1000. While exploring Ariston, we learned there was a gate here. We found you when we came looking for the gates. But the door to the inner chambers is locked, so we're out of luck. Yeah, we got a bipedal Peepo now. The power's off. If we go to the factory up north, I can pass through security and activate this dome's generator. You do that for us? You repaired me, now it's my turn to help you. But the generator won't run for long, so someone must stay behind to open the door while the power is on. Then Marley or I will stay. We'll stay behind. Marley, okay. So Marley's got a heal. She's got a kind of okay ranged attack and a heal. Luca has fire and ranged attack and can combo with Chrono. I think I want to keep Luca for the fire, so we'll have Marley stay behind. I can just use healing items if I need to. Okay, please be careful, Chrono. Alright, so what can our robot friend do? Rocket Punch to punch, 1 MP. Cure Beam, okay. Robot has a heal, nice. And then Laser Spin in 5 level up points for an AoE. Okay. And then... Nice. I got to experience Peepo, nice. I had to do some testing with my Mister recently, because I got a better SD card for it. Because my old SD card was having trouble with CD-based games like PlayStation and Saturn and N64. If you didn't know, Mister can play N64 games now, which is crazy. Not very well because the core is still a work in progress, but it's shockingly very good. But it was having trouble reading stuff from the card, so I had to update it, and Overblood is one of my test games for that. Override security system 00. Alright, and a single acid. Great. Can you physically attack these? Yes, but not for much. I think these things have like 10 HP, and you could just one-shot them with magic. Ooh, go level up. Hey, GGO. Yeah, speaking of, I could tell you about it, or I could just show you real quick. Alright, make sure that's saved. Save backup RAM. Oh, wrong core. Core, unstable, N64. This isn't today's release of the core. This is from a few days ago. But
Welcome to Mario Kart.
it is very impressive.
Mario Grand Prix trial. Select your place to go. Select map.
Do this, and then
Yahoo!
it just works. Like, look at this. So, like, Mister can do stuff like this. There's a Sega Saturn core that works really well. And it can do all these systems. Including PlayStation. Like, the PlayStation core might as well be perfect. Like, I have no reason to actually use my real PlayStation 1 anymore, because this just does it so well. Sega CD, Super Nintendo, it does all the really, like, expensive and obscure systems. So, like, I'm glad that I sold all of my, like, RGB modded systems with flash carts and all that, because just the cost of a RGB modded Super Nintendo with a flash cart is pretty much the same cost as a Mister is, and the Mister can do everything else too. And if you use an analog out hat for it, you can plug it into a CRT, a regular ass TV. So there's no difference between that and the regular console, other than it actually works consistently, you know? So if you're into retro gaming, and you don't already have a Mister, you should get a Mister. Like, these things are great. Okay. Unfortunately, they're kind of expensive nowadays. When I got mine, I think I paid about $200 for it, and now I think they're more like $600. I think the official death count for killed PS1s was 9, I want to say. And it turns out most of those were not my fault. So the problem was the specific model of PlayStation 1 that works with Well, yeah, it's not necessarily just the nickel and diming. It's mostly the tariffs are what make it really expensive. Which is why my VR headset was closer to $2,000 rather than $1,600. Once an item from China goes over $600, what's the percentage? It's like 20%, I want to say. 20% or 50%, some number is just automatically tacked on to the price. So that plus the cost of components going up and all that, it all rolls out into stuff being really expensive now. But anyways, the specific model of PS1 that all of the mods that you want to do to it, there's only like 1 or 2 models that are compatible with all the mods. So the mods being like the X-Station flash cart for it, the HDMI mod, the digital out mod, stuff like that. You need a specific model of it. It can't be too new and it can't be too old. There's kind of this middle of the life cycle model PS1 for that. Why does it feel like I'm in a gauntlet right now? Okay, this is a perfect opportunity to do that new spell that Robo got. And the... Okay, laser spin. What does this do? Okay. Nice. So the that model of PlayStation 1, even though it's compatible with all those mods, there's a known issue with a chip on the motherboard for that model that is really sensitive to voltage, I think, is what the deal was with it. And so the additional load of having too many modifications to the board, in addition to plugging in stuff like PS2 controllers, would eventually overload that component on the motherboard and burn it out, effectively killing the PS1. Unless you replace the component, which you'd have to just continually do. So that's why, like, I would plug in my PS2 controller and then suddenly nothing would work, because that's what was happening. There was too much crap plugged into the PS1s. And I thought it was like, oh, maybe it was a bad wiring job that I did with putting in the modifications or something, and it was something I did. Nope. Turns out it was a thing that wasn't really discovered until much later. Can I get through here? Nope. Nope. So anyways, with something like the Mister, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Like I can use regular PS1 controllers and memory cards on the Mister. Because I wired up a board to do that. That just plugs in directly into the Mister, and the Mister core can interface with all that. So like I can I use the Game Shark? No, the Game Shark was a serial port thing, but you can essentially do Game Sharky stuff though with the Mister core. So you're not really missing out on anything really. Playing on Mister rather than original hardware. Okay. I know, stuff that just works. Incredible. So I don't really want to go through that thing there. Empty. How basic was the area? The people that show up for IndyCar at Laguna Seca aren't anywhere near as disruptive to the area as the people who show up for like golf events. To use the crane, enter any 2 of these letters, A, B, X, Y, after the beep. All right. A, B. Okay. AA. No. I don't know what this is for. So that's probably for moving that, the barrel out of the way. Hey, Scolin. Yeah, the Pebble Beach golf stuff and Car Week. Car Week is the most disruptive as far as like assholes taking over the town. Oh, XA and BB. Okay. Whoa. Because like I made the mistake of taking my motorcycle out on the road during Car Week, and people would try to race me out on the street. I'm just trying to go to the grocery store to go get my food for the day. And like people would aggressively drive into my lane and rev their engine in like their Dodge Charger. And like, one, bro, you're not gonna beat me in any sort of race in your fucking Dodge Charger anyways. against a bike that can go 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. And B, I don't want to race anyways. I ain't risking my life and license over trying to prove a point, you know? But luckily it's only for like 1 week where that's an issue. And yeah, the only indication of like races at Laguna Seca are that I can hear them from my bedroom. Whenever there's so it was what, XA and BB, I think, were the ones here. XA? XA. But yeah, the Laguna Seca is over by the airport, and something about like maybe the clouds or something. Any loud noises from the racetrack can be heard within like a 20-mile radius. Like say BB. But besides that, it doesn't affect like traffic or anything here, which is very nice. I've lived here for 5 years, I think, at this point. I haven't been to Laguna Seca once, and I actually talked to my dad about it today. He was telling me like, "Oh man, we should go to a race over at Laguna Seca and go see what that's like." And unfortunately, he brought it up today, and like racing season is over at Laguna. The next race is like mid 2024 there, so if only he brought it up like a month ago, we could have gone to multiple races. But it is what it is. Bolt swords, this should be good for fighting robots. And apparently like Laguna is a it's owned by the county. Last defense lock code named Zaby. Translation XABY. So I think this actually tripped me up the first time I played through this. And if you're looking at this and like, oh, that's an interesting message. XABY. This is the same button layout as a Super Nintendo controller. So the defense lock code, Zaby, XABY, XABY. There you go. It is very clever. And it's actually why I brought it up earlier, that I was curious what the PlayStation version did for this, because it's symbols on a PS1 controller, and it's not letters like this. So apparently they just tell you what buttons to press though in that version. That's XABY. Okay. Oh, they don't even change the text? Nice. What is this? Can I press buttons here? No? It feels like there's a... There can be an item here? Yeah. Robin. Okay, can't use that. Yes, the A button is confirmed, which is where circle button is. The X button, which is triangle, goes to menu. The B button is cancel, which is going to be X or cross on PS1. Actually, right there. That one, select button, A button. So yeah, there you go. Zabi. Hey, Master Keith. Okay, so let's go through here. What is this? Okay, mid-ether. I don't like it when... It's mostly SNES RPGs that do this, of like, you go to some unseen area and you just kind of have to mash buttons until something happens. I don't like it when they do that. So I think if I go any further this way, this puts me back on the conveyor belt, which I don't really want to do. Okay, so all of that was to get the Zabi code. I think I could read that note on the wall in the center, but eh. Okay, nice. So I could use a shelter here to get back resources. I think I should. There's probably going to be a boss at some point later. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. Oh, okay. And there's our free shelter. Okay, I guess I'm fighting these. But yeah, I also looked up potentially going to a track day at Laguna, now that I have a super bike, or at least for now, until I sell it. And like they don't really do track days that often at the track, and that's the only way that you can actually get your bike or your car or whatever onto the track and race, is during an official sanctioned track day thing. Level up, level up. Nice. Okay. Open hatch. And yeah, like, apparently the track is owned by the county, and it's technically a park. So when there isn't anything going on at the track, you can actually just go walk out there and go walk around the track. So I was telling my dad, whenever he comes up here again, we could just go there and go walk around Laguna Seca. Go walk around the corkscrew part of the track and experience that. And they have like an RV park right next to it where you could just camp out. I don't think you can actually bring a bike there. I'll have to double check, because yeah, I totally would bring my electric bicycle with me if I could, but I'm pretty sure it's only foot traffic. Yeah, I'll bring my my 360 camera with me. Because yeah, like shit, the first time that I ever raced Laguna Seca, was it in Gran Turismo 2? It definitely wasn't in 1, because I remember 1 and it was all fake tracks in that one. But didn't GT2 have IRL race courses in it? And I'm pretty sure Laguna probably was one of them. Yeah, GT2. So what, 2000? So I've been racing Laguna Seca for over 20 years, and now I have the opportunity to go there and go walk around the track that I keep going offline and into the sand pits. Because I've loaded it up in I can't remember the name of the one that I have on PC, but it's a pretty realistic racing sim in my setup. And even with like a normie street car, I have a hell of a time keeping it on the track. So I'm not built for built for racing. So me going to a track day would probably just end in a large repair bill. Okay. All systems down, defense lasers are off. Okay. That is a lot of these things. If I remember correctly in the speedrun, there's RNG on what type of these that you get. And you want like a certain mix of these to get like the fastest version of this fight. All green's what you want, yeah. Okay. So I thought fire would be good, but apparently not. Yeah, for whatever reason, I could never get turn 1 right in Laguna, racing it in Sims and all that. This has gone spectacularly wrong. Okay. So I think I was doing the most damage to the green ones with the spells, so they should be pretty close to dead. Alright, I learned the hard way there. Don't hit them with magic. Oh, I also saw another interesting Nintendo thing the other day that, alongside the Switch 2 thing that they were showing at Gamescom, apparently they have a prototype VR headset that they're working on with a high-end display manufacturer that's affiliated with Google. And I asked somebody that I know who would know and got a no comment. So I'll be very interested to know if that's actually a thing, because it would probably have to be expensive, considering like the parts and all that for it. And Nintendo typically doesn't make or release like expensive stuff, you know? So that's why my thinking is that it's probably just a prototype and nothing will come from it. Because like they're not out to be charging $600 for a device, and it would have to be at least that for the kind of parts that thing's rumored to use. because it'd be like Oculus or Quest Pro tier hardware essentially is like the kind of set that they'd be putting into it. So door lock system, Zaby operational, enter password. So this is a thing that we were going for before. X-A-B-Y, Zaby. Okay, so we're doing pretty okay in resources. Well, like, the retail price of a Switch right now is what, like 300? Or for the Switch OLED. So there's a Switch OLED and then the Switch Lite or Switch Mini, whatever the cut down one is. And that's 300 is about as much as they've ever charged for something. And my point is, for the quality of components that would have to go into this high-end VR headset, it'd have to be at least $1,000. And I don't think they would do that. Emergency, security system has gone haywire, must escape immediately. Okay. Anything back here? How much was Virtual Boy? It wasn't that much comparatively. I remember I rented mine back when it came out. But it's not like the Virtual Boy used super high-end parts for what it was. Like it was a monochrome display, and it used essentially Game Boy parts, I think, for like the processors and all that. Okay, can't use the elevator. And like maybe Wii U, $180 and $95. So yeah, probably about as much as a Switch would cost nowadays, right? Uh-oh, purple peepos. And they're flashing us. These are my friends. R-64Y, R-67Y, R-69 nice Y. Good to see you. What are you doing? You're defective, you've been tainted. Pardon? I'm malfunctioning. Affirmative. Did I put the dash in the wrong spot in his name? Dang it. A defect, I'm a defect. Have you forgotten our mission? All intruders must be eliminated. That was my purpose. You shame us, you must be destroyed. What are you doing? Please stop, please. Oh no. Non-stop tackles. But they'll destroy you. Alright, I think this scene just has to play out. That's why he's a defect. Alright. Into the garbage you go, Robo. Peepo! Peepo! R66-Y! Gotta take care of the intruders. No, let's take care of you! So of course we don't have the character that has the full screen attack anymore. Yep, still one of the greatest scenes in all of video games. People. Yes. Just self-destruct? Oh man. What? It didn't. Pioneer laser active. Oh man. I don't really know anything about that system other than it exists. They trashed him. He's in bad shape. I'm not sure I can fix him. Let's get him back to Protodome for now. Okay. Laserdisc player, slot for packs for oh, neat. Can you repair me? Shh, don't talk. We're trying to save our world. I don't know how far we'll get, but that's the plan. Anyway, R66-Y, what are you gonna do when you're repaired? What am I gonna do? Yeah, I mean, what plans do you have for the future? Luca, no one has ever asked me that before. Sure. Huh. And you could play stuff like Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. Good morning. R66-Y, you're alright. Luca, you're incredible. Oh, how many exclusives is it now? Is it more than 32X? I hope I never have to do that again. Or 32X CD games. I think that one has like 5 exclusives. Luca, I've made up my mind. I want to go with you. Pardon? There's nothing left for me here. Together, maybe we can give this planet of ours a chance. Then let's go! The gate's up ahead! Hang on to your shorts! Uh-oh. Oh god. I have so much Star Wars to catch up on. I've been a horrible Star Wars fan lately. I haven't even watched Mandalorian Season 2 or 3 yet. Whatever the most recent one is. Where are we? Like I've been waiting to sign up for Disney Plus until like everything I want to watch is already out. Okay. And I think I'm currently waiting for Ahsoka to finish. And then like I think just after Ahsoka finishes there's a new season of Loki and I want to watch that. So I'm caught in this endless cycle of deferring buying Disney Plus. Ah, more guests. Uh-oh. Robo. Oh no, Robo. Just clipping through the wall, huh? What do you mean, guests? And where are we? Yeah, unfortunately, Ahsoka's based off of the Rebels show, and I did not like the Rebels show at all. I stopped watching that one about halfway through, so... Ugh. Why, this is the end of time, of course. All lost travelers in time wind up here. Now, where are you from? We're from Guardia Kingdom circa 1000 AD. I come from 2300 AD. When 4 or more beings step into a time warp, the conservation of time theorem states that they will turn up at the space-time coordinates of least resistance. Here. Sure. Disturbances in the space-time continuum have increased recently. Far too many folks are just popping in here. If it's the end of time, and time doesn't exist, then what is recently? How... I fear something is having a powerful effect on the very fabric of time. Which means one of us has to remain here. Stay here? Alone? It is pretty bleak here. But not to worry, all time periods connect here. You can visit your friends whenever you wish, but you can never travel in groups greater than 3. Sure. So one of us must stay. Poodle B, Chrono. Well, Robo has a heal and a full screen attack, so we're keeping Robo. I'm not sure if this is, if anyone knows, you can tell me. Is this one of those games where if you put somebody on the bench here, like if we put Marley on the bench and don't use her, does she get XP? Does she level up outside of battle, or is this going to be one of those situations where you just have 3 characters and never switch because everyone else is like level 1 and your main party is level 99? She gets XP but not tech points. Okay. Well, tech points are easy enough to get at some point. It's the XP that I kind of care about. But if non-party characters get XP, then... So we'll keep Luca then, I guess. Because she's got fire, he's got lasers, Chrono's got lightning. So we'll do this. Yeah, I'm probably overthinking it anyways. Decide, Chrono! So there you have it. Don't forget, press the Y button to switch party members. How do we get back to our time? Oh yeah, and I think you can switch party members at any time, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. You see those lovely pillars of light? Those hook you up to different eras. Once you've been through a gate, you can always use it to come here. To use a gate from here, step into the light and press the A button, but beware the gate which leads from that bucket. Alright. And then this is... Oh, cool. Excellent. Alright, and I seem to recall... through here... Locked shut. Sure. Slow, okay. That's fine then. So the bucket. Hey. Don't be in such a rush. Before you go, take a peek inside the room behind me. Yeah, like, oh god, what was it? Final Fantasy VII, I think, was the first time where I ran into a situation like that, because it kind of splits up the party at certain points. And it's like, well, you get to use this one character that you literally never used, and doesn't have any good equipment or materia. Have fun! And since that was my first, like, real RPG that I tried to beat in earnest, that was quite the learning experience. What are you looking at? I'm Specchio, the Master of War. I've seen all kinds of battles from here. How do I look to you guys? Strong, weak. Strong. Very strong. I see. Let's put it this way. If you're strong, I look strong. If you're weak, I look weak. You're strong of will. That's why the old one let you through. Long before you were born, there's a kingdom where magic flourished. Everyone there could use it. But in time, people began to abuse their powers. It got so bad that no one was allowed to use magic except wizards. Doesn't that make them a wizard, though? By being able to use magic? But you have it. Determination, I mean. Magic needs power with the heart. It needs inner strength. Magic is divided into 4 types: lightning, fire, water, and shadow. Okay, sure. You with the punk hairdo, you're lightning. The one with the goofy glasses is fire. That's the biggest toy I've ever seen. Hey, you're not alive. You got great strength, however. Since I can't measure your inner character, I can't give any magic to you. But your laser weapons will suffice. They can inflict shadow-type damage. Okay. Not just magic, but everything is based on the balance of these 4 powers. Think magic, and start from the door, walk clockwise along the walls of my room 3 times. Don't lose track now. I'm thinking magic right now. Okay, 1. 2. 3. Very good, we did it. Ipso facto minimo magico. Chrono learns to use magic. Luca learns to use magic. Robo can't use magic. So, fortified with magic, want to try it out? Sure. Alright. Okay. Lightning, huh? Hey, that's... You leave Final Fantasy VIII alone. That game is incredible. I unironically love Final Fantasy VIII. Oh man, this is going very bad. Can we just escape? Can we just escape? Okay, this won't let me escape, apparently. We just gotta do this. Lock cards. I think I'm the only person that actually likes Final Fantasy VIII to not like Triple Triad. I don't like the card game. Like, I know for a lot of people that Triple Triad is the highlight of their Final Fantasy VIII experience. I never played Triple Triad outside of, like, the tutorial in the game. Hee hee, I win! You guys are too much, bring newcomers to meet me. Alright, so I'm curious if, hey. If Marley has magic or not. Well, people who lived long ago all enjoyed such powers. Now, I know you're itching to go ripping back and forth through time, but first you need to return to your era, and you must hurry. The longer you remain here, the harder it will be to change that must be changed. But it's the end of time, and time isn't going anywhere. Stop by whenever you're in the area. Okay, so if we do this... Does she have magic? No. So we gotta do this again with her. Fantastic. What the ponytail is water. Ipso facto minimo magico. Okay, so we don't have to believe in magic and walk around the room again. So, fortified with magic, want to try it out? No. You guys are too much. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so we need to go back to our own time. Protodome, nope. Mystic Mountain, 65 million BC. No? Medina Village, 1000 AD. Sure. Nice. You folks hungry? Sure. Alright, free cake. Who do you think you are? Coming and going out of our closet at all hours? Scram! Wait a sec. Medina Village was founded by the ancestors of the mystics who lost a war to human beings. Most mystics hold a grudge against humans. Be careful. There's an odd man who lives near the cave in the mountains to the west. You might enjoy a chat with him. Mountains to the west. Mystics hate humans. Why are you being so kind? Humans fought the mystics over 400 years ago. My motto is forgive and forget, but not many seem to agree with me. So that would have been the time of Frog. Medina Square. That chanting's pretty creepy. What do you make of it? These were all the enemies that we fought earlier in the game. 400 years have passed since Magus commanded the Mystics and waged war against the humans. When Lavos is awakened, all humans are doomed. Waha! So they're the ones that summon Lavos. Hut Sir Magus! Hut Sir Magus! Hut Sir Magus! So it sounds like this Magus guy is who we're looking for here. So there's mountains to the west. Melchior's hut. Ah, hello. Can I soon a weapon? Sure. A katana. That's all very expensive. We'll instead refill our heals. Weapons. If there weren't evil in the world, there would be no need for weapons. What a sad state of affairs. So this is probably not the guy in the cave that we were directed to. Hekran Cave. Okay. Alright, my back hurts. I think that's where we'll call it for today. It looks like everything just kind of works in the new stream setup. So, excellent. I'm glad nothing broke so far. I guess I'll find out later if something did. Let's see here. Okay. Cool. It all works though. But yeah, like I mentioned before, my finger is healed, so as long as I don't accidentally cut myself again with a knife again, then I should be good to be streaming however often I need to. So I got a laptop here, and I can actually see, I got a big thing here with the chat, so I can actually easily read the chat now. So this is all running the chat. Got the game here, notes there. Can use touch and pen on this simultaneously. Got the Mr. and all that. That is set up for DOS games, and can very easily go from I want to stream to streaming in about 2 minutes now with the setup. So. Sorry, I keep muting myself. Okay. I'm gonna have to work out a system for that. It's not actually a scene switch. It's showing my video feed for my phone camera, and I'm manually pressing a button to mute this microphone so that there's not double audio. But I'll have to figure that out for next time. And there was something else that wasn't working at the beginning of the stream that I forgot what it was, so I'll need to go back and look at the VOD and see what else I need to fix. Whoops. But yeah, besides that, everything worked great. So on days where I'm feeling up to it, I'll be streaming. And I might, in addition, like parallel to the Chrono Trigger playthrough, I might also start the Colossal Cave text adventure playthrough, because like here, let me show a preview of what that'll look like. I don't have the microphone in that scene. Okay, there's another thing I need to fix. In that scene, there isn't a microphone source. But anyways, it'll have the text game on the right. It'll have the map above me while I'm playing it, and then I coded up a good TTS system that will play on demand and skippable for the text adventure stuff. And then I'm also planning for the text adventure stuff to make a special audio track for it. So the text adventure stuff, I'm actually going to edit it together by removing any dead air from it and put it together as a podcast. So that once I'm done with like the Zork 2 playthrough, I'll run it through some scripts to have my voice talking about the game and then the TTS voice of what I'm seeing or what the text is, and make an audio only version of it. So it'll condense the however 10-hour text adventure playthrough into a 2 or 3 hour podcast style deal for that. So that's why I spent some time putting that together, is that before I came back and did Chrono Trigger and all that, what my original thought was to not stream and just make the podcast stuff for text adventures. But I figured it's not that much more extra effort to record them live and also do the podcast format after the fact as well, with the recordings that I get from live. So anyways, that's my plan for that. We'll see if it actually works. I have to do some test runs for stuff like that to make sure it actually works, but that's my intent. So anyways, that's what's going on there. I might be streaming again tomorrow. We'll see. My waking hours are much different from what they used to be. I'm actually like in bed and asleep at 10:30 sometimes, 10:30 at night. And I used to start my streams at 10:30 years ago. So like I might stream at like 1 p.m. my time some days if the mood strikes me. I don't know. But anyways, be on your toes. I might actually stream at reasonable hours for people in North America for once. Who knows? Anyways, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for watching. As